No experts, no insiders, just fans.
Transmission from Marked Up Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
And welcome to episode number 318 of the longest-running weekly overproduced, under-talented, episodic, sometimes echoing, often infighting wrestling podcast. This is Smackdown. Tonight I've got two co-hosts who I don't know if they've ever actually done a show together. They might have.
I think way back when.
Okay, Bionic Brian is here saying the way back when.
Hello, everybody.
And he's joining us because, of course, he didn't get to talk at all last night.
Yeah, last night was kind of a fucking bummer. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. It was pretty much a bummer for me, too.
Yeah.
On the same lines of bummer, joining us is Kevin. What's going on, Kevin?
From out of hyperspace. I'm back, baby.
From out of hyperspace? What does that mean?
Millennial Falcon.
Oh.
That was a good one. Good timing.
Nailed it.
I like it.
You like it?
What's up,
then you're
Brian?
going to also like this.
Hey, man.
Found it.
On the board, we got the Bang Bus GM, Anaconda Vice, Teddy Two Stone Heart, Christopher Stikelether, Alex Carter. Juan is joined us as well. And I can't remember if anyone else was there because they've been chatting for a while. Hashtag Fire Kevin is taking over. So real quickly, this is another promo-heavy week, 2 in a row. Not a lot of matches. What we got was okay, but we got a go-home show in 2 weeks. Now, before I get into the topics, so next week, are they actually going to do something besides promos for these feuds? And don't get me wrong, I'm not totally against it, but I just can't see promos for weeks and weeks and weeks, guys.
And it was just too many in a row
Oh.
tonight. I mean,
All
I'm just
night long,
looking
it
at my
seemed like.
notes. It was New Day, Miz, AJ Styles, Rusev Day, then we had the Lana and Zelina Vega, then
Yeah.
Nakamura, Miz.
It was a bit much in a row. They can't just do that.
No.
They've got to deliver something, even if it's stupid shit, like, because we're not going to talk about it, so I'll mention it now, like Nakamura and R-Truth. At least that's something besides a promo.
Well, what else? Yeah, I was going to ask, what else would you like them to do? Just have inconsequential matches, or just have a promo-heavy show?
I would rather the inconsequential match have the challenger or champion on commentary, and then they cut a promo against each other after the match happens in the ring. Instead of all that backstage Renee Young interviewing. Don't get me wrong, I like looking at Renee. No question there.
It's not about that, brother.
Yes.
Come on.
So, but yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Brian. It's not about that. So, with that said.
What you need to make a good smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
So tonight we're going to have 4 ingredients. Maybe 5 if you count, Brian. That you can go to collarandelbowbrand.com and save 10% with the promo code marked out. Save 10% on your whole order, even if it's on sale. Isn't that what you said?
Even if it's on sale. Well, I mean, for the past, they've done that. I'm not saying that they do that for everything, so don't take my word for it. But if you are going to buy shit, definitely use that code.
Why not? You're going to save something. Kevin, everybody always talks about your lack of wardrobe diversity. So it's probably a good thing for you, too, to save 10% and get some shirts from collarandelbowbrand.com.
I ain't buying shit. You can buy it for me, asshole.
You don't think no, you don't think that you need a new wardrobe?
I'm the most stylish person on this podcast.
What are you, sponsored by Nike instead?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're missing out.
He's got some tennis ball shoes. They're like
these are Mizunos in their running shoes.
I wish somebody could see his whole ensemble. Like you should work the catwalk and show how awesome you're dressed tonight.
Here, I'll post it.
Okay, yeah,
Ready?
we'll put it on IG or something.
Yeah,
that Brian does.
It's going right
I was
there.
going to wear my compression socks, but I didn't bring them. They're knee high.
Those are comfortable. I will not knock those.
Yeah,
Sorry.
all right. Anyway, our 3 key ingredients. 4. I said there was 4. 4 key ingredients. Number 1, nowhere to go but down. Number 2, I'm a vaudevillain without you. Number 3, fuck your tea. And number 4, Medine Styles. Let's get it going.
Number 1.
Number 5, Kevin does not suck at gaming.
Number 1, nowhere to go but down. I thought, and I think Kevin will agree with me, that the Bar and New Day put on a good match tonight. They're very capable of doing it, and they did it again tonight.
It was a great match.
My title here is nowhere to go but down. That SummerSlam match is no way is going to be better than
That's
this.
the same thing I was thinking. Why did they do that? I mean, that's the match we should have seen
Right.
at SummerSlam.
These two are fighting for a contendership, not the belt, and you have your fucking champion beat 3 nobody jobbers, one of them who looked like a wannabe Carlito, or not Carlito, Santino Marella.
Well, wasn't it it was the same thing, too, leading up to WrestleMania. We had Usos and New Day going back and forth with great matches.
Yes, but the belt was on one of them.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Bludgeon came and won it.
Yeah.
This is terrible, Brian. I mean,
Say it again.
basically the Usos the New Day and Bar put on a great match tonight in the finals of a contender tournament because the Bludgeon Brothers, let's face it, can't maintain a feud on their own, so they're just cutting promos backstage that nobody gives a shit about. But the Bar and New Day put on a really good match, Brian. I can't see New Day 1, them duplicating or even coming close to that level of a match when they fight the Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam.
You bring up a good point, but I think what they're doing is kind of smart, kind of protecting the Bludgeon Brothers and not really not taking away anything from like their ability, but I think kind of leaving them back and not really letting them wrestle and letting them do more of the talking. I think is mostly that's like the biggest like effective thing that you can do in a feud with them. So I guess to answer your
said
question,
it before though, they were over before this character.
who
What?
the two of them?
Yeah, Rowan and Harper. Now they're doing
Well, they
all
were
this,
repackaged though, right?
but they're not nearly as over.
I don't know if Rowan was ever over. Harper was.
Harper had an IC title run.
Rowan
for a
always
while.
got hurt. That was his problem.
Well, yeah, and who knows? Maybe this is the last opportunity to repackage and stuff for her. For him, that's a different topic. Stykeleather says the Bar versus Bludgeon would have been a better SummerSlam match. Yes,
was
but New Day
thinking
is
that,
the
yeah.
marquee.
Yeah.
New Day is red hot. They would have to be there, and I don't want to see another triple threat. Brian, we didn't get a show last night, but Revival got added to the tag match for the titles between Deleters and B Team to SummerSlam, making that a triple threat.
Good.
So if Bar were to sneak back in here, again, you've got
2 triple threats.
right.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but that's a triple threat I would want to see. I would want to see. Plus, then you could have your champs go down.
You would
not hurt them.
To me, I thought we already saw a triple threat with the Bludgeon Brothers, and they walked out just fine. Let's see. Should have been Sanity. Alex Carter saying, I agree. Justin says the Bar and New Day, great match. And by the way, who likes Mr. Check the Tapes is in here. That's you, Brian.
Hey.
You're Mr. Check the Tapes for Justin,
Hey.
who's joining us on Twitch. I just think, again, closing out this topic, there's nowhere to go but down with the tag division from SmackDown going into SummerSlam. There's no way that they're going to put on a better match than what we just saw tonight. That's really my only point. I think it's valid enough.
I agree.
So many good spots, too. Triple threat with Revival and Deleters of Worlds and B-Team is going to be on Raw. Stike says, on Raw? They're not even going to do that at SummerSlam? That's weak. That is sad. I hope Stike is wrong about that, but that's even worse. Let's just move on. Number 2, I'm a vaudevillain without you. Of course, we're talking about Rusev Day here. We can also talk Almas and Vega. But again, we have a Lana and Vega match come out of all this. But Aiden English says, I'm nothing without you to Rusev. And I just like the play. Yeah, you were a vaudevillain before this.
I would have loved it if they went there with it. It was kind of sad, though, that whole promo.
Well, and I don't know if I've ever asked either of you, Kevin or Brian, this. Do you think that there is any chance Medine was giving some credence to the idea that Lana goes with Aiden in the breakup of Rusev Day, if that's the name of their faction? I think it's Rusev is Rusev.
I don't see that happening. I think they're too connected at this point, especially with all the other
that's the swerve.
social media stuff that they do. I
that's a
mean,
good
traveling
point.
together and everything. I know you can be smart about it, and you can take pictures and you can make shit up on social media and make it seem like they actually,
Okay.
are at
Ryan,
at each other's odds.
I'll
Yeah.
go at you this way. Do you really think that Ciampa and Gargano aren't friends anymore? Because social media would have you believe that they are a lot more than just NXT rivals.
Okay. Whoa, look at you. Hey, let me say this though: they're not fucking. Okay, right? As Adam just broke the goddamn microphone. Are you gonna answer the line?
Yeah, I am. Go ahead and talk to them while I fix this.
Hey, who's this on the line? Hello. Can you hear us?
Is it a spirit again?
It's possible that they can't hear us because the studio is definitely jerry-rigged.
Falling apart. Maybe Rob hit that on the way down.
Oh, do we want to talk about this while I fix this? Do you
Oh,
want
we
to
haven't
explain why
we haven't talked about it. Oh, we didn't talk about it.
We haven't. Yeah, well, we didn't have a show last night. We might as well throw this in here real quick before we go on to topic number 3.
Yeah. So obviously, if you guys were here last night, we didn't have a show. Mr. Rody Rob. I don't know if you've seen on social media, but he was fixing up the studio and ended up falling off of a ladder, and he broke 2 of his ribs. And so he's been in the hospital. But so what happened?
But he managed to unwire the entire studio before
about
falling.
Halfway done. So he was like right in the middle of everything. So everything was thrown about. All the wires were undone. Everything was unplugged. Nothing was turned on. All the lights were thrown around. And yeah, the guy decided. I don't know. I think that he kind of did it on purpose, just because he wanted us to fucking monkey around and clean up everything up and reconfigure everything.
Yeah,
right?
and we're not willing to learn. Is the whole premise there for him?
Well, I think at this point we've all kind of. Last night was a tough one, but I think we all got through it, and it brought us a lot closer. Although Rob still has broken ribs, which sucks. But hey, who's this on the line?
Does it work this time? Hello. White Table Studios line.
I can hear him.
It's a spirit.
I don't know who the fuck it is.
Crispin?
Oh, they hung
It
up.
is Crispin.
So I'm not going to answer from that line again because whatever it is, they can't talk. So let's see what they're saying on the board. The sole reason English still has and always will have a job is because he's technically a Guerrero. Yeah, we know that. He married him. Daniel Price. Adam got it working tonight. How about that? Someone call Oprah and have that evil bitch get the Jew a car. Wow, that's a loaded statement. Almas and Vega versus Rusev and Lana will be on the pre-show or main card for SummerSlam. Stike says, maybe, and then after that, because Aiden and Rusev probably shouldn't break up till after that. That'll be the final nail in the coffin. Although if they keep doing this every week, then we'll get there. Our walls look boring. Yeah, we're gonna fix that.
It was Bang Bus apparently calling in. He says we can't hear him.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he can't hear us.
Well, just talk. You don't need to hear us. Yeah, try it again, and you just talk, and we'll respond, and you can listen out in the real world like everybody else. Double G Gaming. Berto's here. Is this a super review show? Well, Brian's here. We'll probably do like a Raw minute recap. At the end, Raw, at least while we missed it, was not that great. Let's fucking get through the ingredients though first. So that was the vaudevillain one. Let's go on to this one. Number three, fuck your tea. I really don't like that Charlotte got added to this match with Carmella and Becky.
Why not?
She just comes back from popping a boob, and she's right back in the title picture. And I know that's the story that they created, but it's real. Becky has had to work her way back to the title.
Yeah, but those are the best storylines when they're believable. And
But
this one
these
feels
two
real.
are supposed best friends, like the Sasha Bailey, who've now kissed and made up. Now these two are breaking up.
Yeah, but they
Can the
even-
4 horsewomen, like, do they have to always be working together?
I mean, they joked about that tonight, though. After their match, they said, we're great tag team partners, better than Sasha and Bailey. And I thought
Kevin from Texas and Cashmere are here.
I thought the booking was great here. I loved Charlotte getting the tag, climbing over Becky literally being in her shadow. Watching.
From a cinematic standpoint, you're right, Kevin. It was amazing.
I think it's great storytelling, and I want Becky to go heel. And I think they're telling that story really well week to week. I thought this was one of the highlights of the show.
They want Becky to go heel. I want Becky to win the title and have a heel run.
Yeah.
If she's not going to get the title, I don't want her to go to heel because then they're just going to be done with it. Berto says this adds to the Becky story. I'm fine with it if this gets the title off of Carmella and it goes to a Becky-Charlotte feud. I'm okay with the title going to a Becky-Charlotte feud as long as it's around the waist of Becky. I think that's what needs to happen. The only way I'll be satisfied if Asuka gets added to the match next week, Stike. If Asuka gets added, there's some more triple threat action. We're already at a triple threat. Then they're going to get a four-way. This whole storyline makes it look like Charlotte gets everything because of who her daddy is, which negates her initial heel run where she cut Rick to shreds. That's WWE logic for you. That's from Daniel Price. Again, on social media, a lot of people have been tearing into Charlotte, saying she's not that good of a wrestler. Brian, she's a good wrestler.
Yeah, you can't say that. I think people might be sour just because she finds she's always at the top of the card, but I mean, she's got the talent to be, and she deserves to be there. So
yeah, but
I have no problem with it.
I know it's a different era, but Shawn Michaels, for all his accolades and legendary status, he didn't hold the title a ton, and most of his title reigns were 3-4 months, whatever. Undertaker held it even less. Charlotte, Roman, if they want to force those guys down our faces and have them on TV all the time, that doesn't mean they have to be involved with the belt. That's my whole issue with the Charlotte and Roman kind of comparisons. I hate to throw them both in there, but that's what it is. Let's see what else it says. Becky's facial expressions were awesome, Alex said.
Yeah.
Becky wins it all in the end. It could be worth it. Double G Gaming, Berto says. She's a food wrestler. I think Asuka is better, but she's good. Oh, she's a good wrestler. Anaconda Vice can't type.
She's a food wrestler.
Yeah. That's what I read. I told you I'm
thing.
like Ron Burgundy. I just read. And Kashmir, who joined us late, says he can't believe Kevin has more than one shirt. Daniel Price, I missed the Vaudevillains. Vince is an idiot. That's on the last topic. No, Simon Gotch was apparently a dick. Like backstage pranking people and just getting on everybody's nerves. I'm glad he's gone. Justin on Twitch, we need Becky to be champion, get the belt off Carmella. She's stale champion already. She's not just a stale champ. She just sucks. I mean, yeah. Number 4, Medine Styles. Kind of an inside joke here. A lot of times Medine will tell us a story, and we know what he's trying to say, and his point is really good, but the way he says it is shit. That's what AJ Styles' promo was like tonight. He didn't quite get the words in the right order to make it great. Not like the Kate and Mallory collection on the screen, just FYI.
Oh, flash sale.
But he did, the point would have been much better had he worded it properly. Don't you think, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was a moment where he was really going to take off with the promo when he started talking about them living in the same apartment with cockroaches. And then, kind of like you pointed out as we were watching it live, it just sort of fell off after that. He lost a lot of steam, started mixing up his words, talking about you had to talk about my family name for the next 2 weeks or days.
I don't understand the family name.
Yeah.
Because he didn't say Styles, and that's where I think like it was partially worded wrong.
Right.
He wanted you talked about my family. You don't have to say name. Talked about my family. Let's see who's here. You're on the U-Record fan line. Hello?
Check his fucking level.
The fucking level's up. I don't know what you want me to do. Fucking like maxed and shit.
Oh, I liked how he started. Oh.
See, they're not talking.
Hello. Hey.
We can hear you.
They can't hear us. We can hear them. See? See? Oh, well. We're not going to take calls because nobody can hear us. So
I liked, though, how they're starting to get into the talk a little bit about that these two guys have history with each other. And I know that they can't talk about TNA probably, but
yeah,
I liked how they started bringing it there, that they've known each other for a while.
Oh, yeah, 10 years. He said, you met my wife and kids.
Yeah.
You know this.
And that's where I thought the promo was going to be good.
That was Teddy.
Oh, it was Teddy?
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh. Oh, no.
Is that Crispin?
I think that was Crispin.
So whoever wrote Joe and AJ pulling the family card, they scripted that shit scatterbrained as hell. That's what Daniel Price says. Let's not forget, we didn't really mention it. Kevin from Texas wants to talk about it. But Orton's promo was good. But it was very similar to the week prior, I thought. And I didn't want to, like...
Did he really say anything?
Yeah, he said, watching you squirm as the audience, so violent that you change the channel. That's what I want to do. And then he doesn't even have a match yet at SummerSlam. So he's obviously going to get involved and interfere.
That's why I really like what Randy's doing, but I really don't like what they're doing with Knock. And, we don't have to get into it.
Wow, Kashmir says, at the beginning of the promo, it seemed to him like AJ was opening the door to retirement a little bit.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Nah.
No,
It
this
did,
guy,
though.
no.
Come on.
Because he was talking about how he doesn't see his family that
Well,
much.
I hate that you agree with him because I know that you're an idiot, but and I don't know Kashmir well enough to choose if he
You're
is,
an
but
idiot.
that's stupid. That's stupid. Teddy says I have a problem, Adam. No, I don't have a problem, Teddy. You have a problem.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
That's why I don't like families getting involved in the promos because they always go south, Stike says. I agree. Adam, Brian, and Shitty Gamer, I saw Rob on TV today, was watching the History Channel, and Pawn Stars came on. I didn't know he owned that shop, and his real name was Rick. I was so lost. AJ lost his smile. That's what Kevin from Texas says. And Bang Bus, if AJ retires, WWE turns to shit, right? No, I don't think it turns to shit immediately. I think Tuesdays turns to shit. WWE as a whole, maybe either show, you get one injury, Brian, and both the wrong guy, and you're fucked. Like, imagine KO or Braun.
On the Raw side, sure. On the SmackDown side, I don't think that's true so much. I feel like there's that this side that you guys do tonight, because I'm not on Tuesdays that much. I don't really watch all that much Tuesday lately.
Well, don't worry, we're about to go to Monday.
Yeah,
We're about to talk
yeah.
Mondays.
Yeah, great.
Oh, we're gonna fly through this shit. It's gonna be like
That's all you, brother.
anything from you, Kevin, before we move on?
No.
No. Oh, I'm glad we brought you on for some great commentary. Let's do this real quick then.
Extra big ass topics.
Extra little ass topics. We're gonna fucking just fly through Raw real quick. Normally we don't read down the card, but fuck it, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Roman and Corbin, dull as hell out the gate. That's your first match. Rude and Mojo, how is this a fucking feud? Brian, Rude and Mojo, how is this a feud?
If you would have asked me who do you think Bobby Roode is going to feud with while he was in NXT, Mojo Rawley would not be the first name to come to mind.
Yeah, board. Keep your comments coming. I'll get to them.
Do you think, though, Bobby's old and he's trying to help another guy get over?
Fuck no, because he's not over himself. He can't put another guy over because he hasn't been put over on the main roster.
Well, he's over in the wrestling world,
He's
but in
over
WWE's
I'm not
eyes,
booking
right?
them right.
Right.
Elias says that this was funny to me. He asked if they could blur out the crowd's faces for him, anything, so that he could forget he's in Jacksonville, and that Bobby Lashley is on a joke of a comeback.
And he talked about Bobby Lashley forgetting his lines last week.
Yeah, to Rock and Robin.
Which, if you look on YouTube, they actually cut that part out when they show the recap.
Of course. Since Akam lost to Apollo, Razor had to beat Titus this week. The KO show, this one's a good one. This is probably the only thing I liked about the night. Braun was apparently called out to be on the Kevin Owens show and instead came from under the ring and flipped everybody.
Have you seen the meme of them surfing? They put a giant wave behind it
Oh.
as the table is up. Because they're
that's
both
great.
like...
I got to see that after the show. You'll have to
Pretty
show
good.
me that. It was ruled that Dean Ambrose would not be Seth's partner. Roman Reigns was not allowed, Stephanie said, to protect the main event to be his partner, so
You
he
skipped-
was...
You skipped something.
Oh, sorry. I did that on purpose. Fucker. Jinder fought Braun,
And
and Jinder won by disqualification.
Well, yeah, it was a bullshit fucking match.
Jinder's won 2 weeks in a row, count out and DQ over Braun. The briefcase chase was the only thing that was fun about all of that. Kevin Owens trying to steal it and run away.
Shanti.
Yeah, Shanti it is.
good. It's good stuff.
A very lazy snooze package of Brock and Roman followed all the way back to WrestleMania, whatever, since they've been fighting for fucking 3 years. Then we had Drew and Dolph versus Seth because Seth's not allowed to have a partner. I thought maybe Jason Jordan was coming back. That's why Michael Cole said it's not going to be Dean, but oh well, didn't happen. Does this mean Dean is coming back for SummerSlam and that's how they're going to do it? It has to
be.
I mean, right now, this is the stupidest booking, Brian, for me, is that Seth and Dolph are having a match for the IC title at SummerSlam a month after they had an Iron Man match. That's a blow-off to a feud. Why are they having a one-on-one single fall match after an Iron Man?
Well,
explain that booking to me.
Well, Adam, I would love to tell you what the fuck is going on right now. Wow, I am rattled to the core. Holy shit. All right. A shirtless Roddy Rob just showed up.
Yeah, nobody wants to see
yeah,
that.
no. What the fuck were we talking? Oh, hey, this is why.
He's wearing a charcoal mask.
Because what are you going to do to make what's bigger than an Iron Man match? A ladder match. I'm not going to wait for you to give an answer.
I think from a feud blow-off standpoint, there is nothing that's bigger than an Iron Man.
You just saw Rob and thought ladder.
No. So, what is it? The 20. I want to say it's the 25th, or it's some sort of anniversary for the Razor Shawn ladder match at SummerSlam. So. This is the perfect timing to do it. Everyone's kind of giving the comparison, HBK Dolph comparison with the IC belt. I feel like this is something that they could potentially do.
Let's see real quick.
You're just gonna steamroll my point.
I don't get it.
You don't have a no. What do you mean you don't get it? You don't think they can make it a ladder match?
No, I don't see how that's a one. I'm not saying they couldn't make it a ladder match. I'm saying how is that one-upping anything?
It one-ups a Iron
don't
Man
forget,
match.
2 months ago, two pay-per-views ago, was a Money in the Bank ladder match pay-per-view. So it seems
that
a
was
little
2
weird.
months ago. That's not that far. I mean, come on, that's far enough.
I don't know.
What did you do 2 weeks ago? You don't remember 2 months ago?
I hosted this show right here.
Yeah.
That's what I always do. What are we going to do tonight, Pinky? Same thing we do every Tuesday. Host Smackdown. They've added a third man for the match. Alex Carter says they're talking about Rick Harrison joining Elias and Lashley in their feud. It goes one of two ways. Reigns leaves SummerSlam with the belt. Seth's got the IC. Ambrose shows up and goes heel on both because everyone forgot him. That or Reigns gets jealous of his return and flips. I feel like Rob would negotiate a pawn sale like Rick also. Anaconda Vice is just going with that one. Last week he thought he was Irish. Raw was a snooze. Stike says, let's see, WWE stands for Weed with Elias. Of course, that's from Teddy.
Shut up, Teddy.
Alex Carter says, does anyone see Shane or Paige night? I don't remember that.
Yeah, no sign. Not a bad thing.
Why are they having a Bobby feud with Elias, who is a comedy act, who's super over? It's not helping Lashley creative. They are beyond slow. It's a train wreck with Bobby Lashley. I don't know what the fuck they brought him back. I don't. Here's a bigger question. How did they get him to sign on for this? Not to talk all about Bobby Lashley, but
I don't know, man.
Well, he's in the twilight of his career.
Get that WWE paycheck?
Yeah. B Team versus Revival. The Deleters of World break it up, so no contest. But Revival gets added. It's a triple threat.
What are they doing there?
Riot and Riot Squad versus the Huggy Boss Connection, whatever the fuck they call them, Sasha and Bailey. And Ruby returns. And potentially Bailey might have gotten a concussion. That's just what it looked like.
The Hug Bucks.
Yeah. The women were the main event. And it was Ronda versus Alicia Fox squash match. Natty and Alexa Bliss ringside. I don't know what the point of that was. Kevin from Texas says EC3 and Lashley should have stayed at Impact. No. EC3 did right. EC3 is on NXT, and he's got a match coming up at Takeover. Brian,
he certainly does.
Do you want to talk about that?
No, I don't.
I could give you a little intro here.
I don't.
No,
I don't.
No,
I don't.
What about
you know what? I will say this. Aleister Black is banged up.
Come on.
Oh no, is that a part of your? Oh, well, that falls into kind of the
go ahead.
NXT thing.
Go ahead. Here, you can.
No, we're not at it. No, I'll save it. No, we can talk about it later.
I'll let you read those.
I don't think that. No, that's the wrong show, man.
Anyway, Let's see. Randy's promo was a repeat of 2 weeks ago. I noticed it was the carpet matching the drapes thing. That's what Justin said. It was. So let's see. We got our awards coming up before we get to dirt sheets and mud reports and all that good stuff. Good, bad, glorious, creative fail, LOL. Kevin, kick it off. What's your good?
My good was women's wrestling tonight. Good booking with the Charlotte Becky feud. Or incoming feud. I don't mind Lana and Zelina because they're
have to learn how
good looking, but it's not always the best wrestling.
I don't mind them because they're good looking. That is the worst.
It's pretty terrible.
Right? Okay.
What do you want me to say? Because they're hot?
No, because of their wrestling acumen.
Yeah, they
don't
terrible.
Really, yeah, they're not.
Oh.
Well, it's kind of
Mauser9923 is joining us. He says, long-time listener, first time getting to the live show. Welcome.
Hey, there we go. I love that.
Episode 318. Welcome.
See, I come back, and we have new people joining. Coincidence?
Go eat your tots.
I like Zelina's tots.
That was horrible.
Yes.
My good is Miz on location at Miz and Mrs. Two things. Number one, they're airing season 1 right now, which they taped before the child was born because Maurice is pregnant. So if you're on location for what? They've already shot it.
Season 2, baby.
And number 2, location, the only real location that he has is his own fucking house. But in any event, I love the whole thing. So that Brian, either night, give your good award.
My good award is Keith Lee's debut in NXT.
Keith Lee.
Bask in my glory, Adam.
Yes.
You'll see.
You disrespectful,
see.
stupid idiot.
No, I remember way back when talking about, oh, hey, WWE signed a guy named Tommy End, and you fucking guys laughing at me.
Yeah.
You'll see.
I remember way back when
Tommy End never made his debut.
No, that's right.
I remember way
There's
back
no Tommy
when
End on the roster.
saying that Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano were the reason why the Revival looks so good, and you guys called me idiots. What have the Revival done since they've gone up? What have Tommaso and Johnny done?
No,
come on.
It's hard to judge. I'm not saying you're wrong, Kevin, but it's really hard to judge with lack of booking and an injury. Revival got moved to the main roster and immediately got injured. Okay. Any heat they had, they basically, if I'm not mistaken, Brian, back me up, but they made their debut 2 weeks and were gone. Got injured in a house show.
And then once they were back, it was very short. And then the other guy got hurt. I forgot who got hurt first. I want to say it was
in almost a year on
Wilder.
the main roster at the beginning, they had 4 appearances, and it was more because of injury than anything else. So Revival is it's always tough to factor in that injury bug. It's really, I mean, who knows what Finn would have done with the title had he not gotten injured, but instead his first reign is 24 hours and he's never sniffed it since. It's really tough because you go kind of back of the line maybe and lose your heat. Good on the board. Justin says Becky and Charlotte. Let's see over on YouTube. Good. R-Truth wanting to pin Carmella for a shot at the U.S. title. That's from Bang Bus. Good. Miz with the plant shot for Vice. Good. Miz interview segment. That's Alex Carter. Randy as a heel is the best Randy. That's good for Stike. Knowing Brian would make a really tough florist, he can take a vase like a champ. That's good for Daniel Price. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Good. Randy Orton being a heel again. Cashmere echoing the early one. I wish we can get the heel that used to punt kick everyone. I wish we can get the heel that RKO'd Stephanie and kissed her in front of Triple H. Let's see. Good. Paul Heyman promo. Kevin says, remember I said you could do either night. And good Miz segment for Mauser. Tommy fucking End. That's from Teddy.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Tommy End had a match with Neville at the 2017 UK title tournament.
That's true, and I want to say they brought him out as Tommy End. And that was already after he was clearly established in WWE.
Yeah, remember Stike is our stat boy.
It's true, hell yeah.
So he's basically doing it. Read my good, Adam. Where was your good? I don't know where the fuck your good was. Was it way the hell back? Oh, good. Seeing that video on Facebook of Rob driving home from the hospital all meted out. Wow, Teddy, that was gold.
should've
Thanks
just
for
seen
making me go read that.
Yeah, you should have seen him fucking 15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Teddy, I thought it was funny.
bad award. I'm just gonna say it before Kevin gets to give it anything good. The Bludgeons, their promos, they're beating a dead horse with this shit, and the jobbers beating up jobbers. I don't care if there's 10 of them. It doesn't make you look good. It doesn't. What do you got over there, Kevin? What's your bad?
Just too many promos again. Overall, it's just I don't know. It takes all the energy out.
And in a row, they
Yeah.
could have broken them up. The matches were like back to back. The promos were back to back. It was really weird. I don't know. Mauser says, you're the first person in my life to ever say my last name correctly on the first try. I said it like Police Academy 2's Captain Mauser.
How else would you say it?
Yowzer. Exactly. I don't
Right?
know. I don't know.
Come
Maybe he
on.
hangs out with some dumb people who can't say names.
Yeah.
Brian, what's your bad?
My bad is not having a show last night. That was a bummer.
Yeah, we spent like 2.5 hours trying and got nothing.
I got here at 7:30, and at like 11:45.
Yeah, we threw in the towel.
Yeah, wave the white flag, man.
Yeah, it's like going to the bar, trying to pick up a chick. You like put in all that time. Then at the end of the night, you go to like get her phone number. And she's like, yeah, I don't ever want to see you again. I'm not giving you my phone number. You're like, what? I bought you drinks. Anyway, bad Bludgeon Brothers beating jobbers.
Mozzarella
That's from
sticks.
Justin.
You must be an incel.
Yeah, Mauser says Bludgeon Brothers are bad. Byron Saxton interviewed The Miz. There was no need for him to be there. Just give Miz the mic and camera, let him go. That's a good point, Cashmere. You don't need Byron Saxton to do anything. It's almost like they used it just to create heat with Corey, which, again, neither are wrestlers, and one can't wrestle anymore, so it's stupid. Too much talking to prevent pre-SummerSlam injuries. That's bad for Daniel Price. I was thinking about that, Kevin. Do you think this is all just so that nobody gets injured? Everybody's like on Band-Aids and crutches and just limping into SummerSlam?
Yeah, that's a good point. Shit, I didn't even think of that.
Brian, could that be it?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was on the Facebook board seeing Mike Medine on the joining us on Facebook Live.
Oh, awesome. Kevin from Texas says his bad was the B-Team's theme. Alex Carter, you win fan of the night. You get one of these.
This is Roderick Strong, and I approve this message.
He said his bad is no stream last night.
Yeah.
Rob,
and a Roddy.
I'm with you.
Teddy says Rob not going through a table instead of falling off a ladder is bad for him. Carmella being in the WWE, go back to cheerleading. Vice says, I don't think she was good at cheerleading. During her tenure with the Lakers, they lost a lot of games. You have to make your intentions known by the second drink, Adam. That's what Berto's saying. Is that what I'm missing out? I don't know. I'm not single. I got kid number 2 on the way. Evolution needs strippers on the pole like WCW. Oh, God. This is the company that makes their wrestlers perform over 300 days a year for half-sold arenas. I doubt they're saving them for injuries, Berto wants to point out. Good argument against whoever said that earlier. I think it was Daniel Price. And let's go on to Glorious. Glorious Kevin, what do you got?
So I didn't find too much glorious, but I will say being excited for an R-Truth match was pretty glorious. And I thought that out of all the promos, that one was the most surprising because Knox starts speaking Japanese and R-Truth acts like he understands it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, he's like, I can't repeat it.
Yeah, the match was okay. So I'll give that my glorious.
Teddy wants Carmella to do porn, and the Bang Bus GM on here says he's always hiring. My glorious has got to go to Kramer Kingman.
Oh, that was funny.
Do you know who Kramer Kingman is, Brian? You missed most of the show tonight, but Kramer Kingman is the new alter ego of Kofi Kingston, where he talks like a 1980s backstage wrestling announcer, promoter. Yeah. Go and YouTube that shit. Probably the best part of the night just because it was so unique. I've not seen that. And the voice Kofi does, yeah, the wig was bad. Yeah, the outfit was bad. But the voice change he did, if you were just listening to him into a microphone, you would probably not know that it was Kofi Kingston, how good he did it and how good he sold that character. Glorious for who didn't go? Is that you, Kevin?
I went.
Or Brian. Brian says swipe right. We got to do Glorious on the board. Bray Wyatt showing his brother affection before he threw his face in the match. Such a close family. That's from Daniel Price. Glorious Daniel Bryan going total psycho. Stike said, I did like that. Bar and New Day are glorious for Alex Carter. I'm not a Corey fan sign was glorious for Anaconda Vice. Our Truth, glorious for Kevin. Riot's return, Justin says. And JoJo at Teddy from Bang Bus. I don't know. JoJo needs to get away from Bray. She used to be good. Very, very beautiful.
Oh, stop it.
Glorious Xavier Woods' reaction to the fan sign about Def Jam's making a new video game. Okay, Mauser, I missed that part. Must have been subtle. Oh, wait, no. I fast-forwarded through the intro. That's why I missed that. New Day, I keep wanting for them to get boring and stale, but they just keep being more and more awesome. That's what Cashmere says. I agree. I am so shocked. Brian, you can even jump in here. Are you shocked how long this New Day gimmick has lasted? And been over as Grover, as the phrase says. I mean, they still get so much pop.
They do.
When they come
you know,
out.
I want to say I feel like they did hit a lull about last year, but I feel like this superstar shakeup kind of spiced things up a little bit and kind of gave them a little breath of fresh air. And the fact that Xavier Woods is also kind of getting a lot of time to wrestle in that span too, I think kind of made things switch over a little bit in their favor. I don't know. What do you think?
Kevin?
Well, how much freedom do you think that they now get to write their own promos and develop their own characters? Because that's what it feels like, that they just have a lot more freedom now, and they're given the time to actually.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, I would think, and I'll propose this to either one of you, I would think that when they were making reference when the sex tapes came out with Paige, and Paige wasn't in the company, and Kofi and Big E in a promo look at Xavier and go, "What did you do?" You know, kind of thing, and they brought that to light. If that wasn't cleared with WWE ahead of time, they probably would have gotten a lot of heat. So I imagine they don't clear every word, but I imagine they do clear what they're going to do. I'm sure they said, "Hey, we're going to switch from cereal to pancakes. What do you think?" And Vince is like, "Well, we spent a lot of money on the cereal. Can you put the pancakes in a cereal box?" They're like, "Yeah." It's like, "Okay, fine, go do it." Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, you're right, Daniel Price. I forgot about the comics. It's food for thought. Creative fail. And, of course, LOL are the last two. What do you got for your creative fail over there, Kevin?
Creative fail. Oh, Nakamura. What are they doing with him? I can't figure it out because Randy and Jeff Hardy is way more interesting than anything Nakamura is doing. But Nakamura has the title. And they're making him face R-Truth. I
think it was SummerSlam 2000 when Hunter and Kurt Angle were fighting, and it looked like there was even like a love triangle angle with Stephanie and all this nonsense. And then their blow-off to their feud is a triple threat with The Rock, who's the champ at SummerSlam. And like, how did Rock get thrown in here? That's what it feels like. Since you're saying that, that's
I don't have that power of memory that you do, but yeah, it sounds like it's the same thing. It just feels weird. The Rock was already way over, though. I'm guessing as a champion.
Oh, of course.
In his character, I feel like Nakamura isn't.
Oh,
he hasn't established himself as a champion.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying he's the afterthought of if this becomes a triple threat or feud or whatever. What's your creative fail over there, Brian? Other than
my creative fail is what's that fucking guy's name? Stephen Amell.
Stephen Amell
getting a match at All In. Come on.
Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel.
I know it's going to be a fun match, but still, I feel like that's almost like that's the equivalent of putting like a fucking top name in WWE on the WrestleMania card. You know, this is like the indie version of it. Like, come on,
like Big Show and Floyd Mayweather.
Right? Yeah, like just give it to a different indie guy. Like, come on, he doesn't need to be there. I understand
Stephen Amell
that
can actually wrestle.
I know, but I understand like that you're getting a lot of fans outside of that wouldn't be watching wrestling in the first place, but it still kind of rubs me the wrong way, man.
I thought it was fun too because all those guys were joking on Twitter and social media, like, "Oh, you're putting your undefeated streak on the line because he's 1-0." You know, right. So I don't know. I thought it was funny. I like it. I think All In. Here's the thing about that, Brian. There's so many good matches that are going on there. You have to have one that's a little playful. That's just going to be a little entertaining.
That's just.
And I think, yeah.
Well, they also have a battle royal too. It's called the over budget battle royal.
Oh,
yeah. So there's going to be big names in there, but anyway.
Well, save that for the dirt sheet. We're going to get there in a second. Creative fail on the board. Justin says Mojo versus Rude just thrown out there as a rivalry. Terrible. It's an afterthought rivalry. The Iconics, when the crowd was chanting boring, I thought they should have had the wittiness to shut them down, but they didn't say anything. They waited for them to be quiet kind of thing. That's from Kashmir. It's a good point. I thought they should have shut them down, shown what they could do. I'm sure they got a little heat backstage. Nick Aldis,
they kind of did the ear scratch thing, like they can't hear them.
Nah, but that's not good enough.
No, is that? I wanted to ask you. Do you think that's a good thing that the crowd is chanting "boring" at them?
I'm not sure if they had fed it and twisted it. It could have been. I think it's a missed opportunity by them, honestly, Kevin, to turn it around. Stoner's Battle Royal. That's what Teddy says they're going to call it. Creative fail. Asuka's disappeared. Kevin says, "Yep, 2 weeks in a row. Haven't seen her." Bullet Club did a good job finessing the fans, not showing the match card till 3 months later after it sold out. That's a good job because we did. Yeah, they could put fucking 2 KFC mascots against each other.
Me
it doesn't
versus
matter.
Kiara.
Right. Yeah, it don't even matter anymore. They're sold out.
Right.
Whatever. Let's see. That's it. My creative fail is Roddy Rob's ladder placement.
Is that the ladder right there?
That is the ladder.
We should fucking go stomp it out, kind of like Office Space style.
Yeah, like what was the?
Go destroy it.
Oh, what was it? Scarface. What's playing when they're beating it?
I
can't remember the song. So many in there. Back up in your ass with the resurrection. That's when he's at the very beginning driving. I don't know. Alex Carter says, Double G Gaming, it's Nick Aldis and Cody for the NWA title. Is that what you wanted me to read?
What did you say? Who the fuck is Nick Aldis? What's his face from TNA? What was his name? Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm drawing a goddamn blank. I had a long day.
Really?
They'll say it.
I don't know. Creative fail, no sanity. That's from Alex
God,
Carter.
thank you.
Sorry.
Magnus. Oh, my God.
Magnus.
Yeah. He goes by Nick Aldis now. He's the NWA champion.
Wait, isn't he?
He's the guy.
He's not the one that's married to Mickey James, is he?
Yes.
I think so. I could be wrong there.
That sounds about right.
Anyway, hashtag Fire Brian is trending.
Brian.
Fire Brian? Why? What did fucking Brian do? Oh, yeah, I didn't know Magnus's name. Yeah, all right, yeah, fair enough. Hashtag Fire Brian.
That's okay. Kevin from Texas says it was Abyss, so he's way the fuck off. And he is married to Mickey. Daniel Price says, "Yay, I got something right." Creative fail, all-in card for Berto.
Oh, come on, Berto. No way.
That's terrible.
No way.
My LOL is got to go to R-Truth. I thought he was funny how he has to get a title shot at the U.S. title by beating Carmella.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. What's yours, Kevin?
I have 2, as always.
Oh, 2.
Corey Graves was funny tonight. He compared Carmella to Tom Brady and Paige to Roger Goodell. I enjoyed that being a Patriots
that's pretty
fan.
good. Oh, that's right. You're a fucking Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
And then Nakamura and R-Truth, right after R-Truth came out, he said he understood more lyrics in Knox's theme than he did R-Truth singing.
Oh.
That was pretty funny.
And Stike says, to correct me, the blow-off for Kurt and Triple H was at Unforgiven, not SummerSlam. Well, they were in that triple threat at SummerSlam. I guess they were without The Rock a month later. LOL for Mauser. Cashmere's going to R-Truth again. Kevin from Texas says Braun lost to Jinder twice. That's LOL for him. Shanti. LOL R-Truth for Justin as well. Kevin's a Patriot fan. That's just another reason to hate him, Mauser says.
Sure, Mauser.
Charlotte and Becky saying they are not Bailey and Sasha. LOL for Stike. Oh, it's horrible.
LOL Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. And they hopefully get beat by the Eagles again.
Eagles aren't going to make it.
I would say the Jets will be there, but they're not going to be anywhere close. So
Jets.
No.
New Day backstage segment. Alex Carter says LOL. Yeah. What was the name again? Kramer Kingman.
Kevin, are you a Red Sox fan?
I am.
Oh my God.
Are you a Yankees fan?
No. No. I'm a sucker for punishment.
He likes the Mets.
Yeah.
He's all about the Mets and the Jets.
I'm a Mets, Jets, Islanders fan, brother. Oh, and if you're a basketball fan, I also like the Knicks, and they're great. So there's that.
Yeah. The Knicks haven't won since you're born. The Islanders have now lost their arena.
My mom actually drank out of the Stanley Cup.
Oh.
Yeah, so during the Islanders time, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Daniel
that's
Price.
awesome for your mom. That
I know,
means
right? That's
jack
some
shit
fucking
for you.
shitty info, right?
Right, yeah. Who's going first? This is Mud Reporty Dirt Sheets. I don't know.
I want to get dirty, baby.
All right, go for it. Remember, if you hear Cactus Jack, you move on.
Bang, bang. You didn't give me my intro song, so that's fine. I don't care. We don't have to be rolling. Bang, bang. Okay. WWE via Twitter announced today that Total Bellas has been greenlit by E! Entertainment for Season 4. Could this lead to a Daniel Bryan, John Cena WrestleMania feud? Bryan hopes so.
Are you answering that? Oh.
It's a spirit.
Is that Crispin?
It's Crispin.
Can hear him. He can't hear us.
Kevin is the Skip Bayless of MOWP. Get on with it, Kevin.
Can I be what's his face then? Not Skip. Who's the other guy on the show?
Somebody shitty?
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
No, he's not shitty.
Shannon Sharp's good, but I think he only looks really good because he's next to Skip. That even makes sense.
Can I go? Bang, bang.
Yeah.
According to PW Insider, Dean Ambrose is due back within the next month.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Sources telling them that he will be at SummerSlam, not confirmed if he'll just work the show, if he'll return to any storylines, but he should be returning around that time frame, so it might be after SummerSlam.
All right, what else?
Hogan, Nash, and Hall were caught
Relevant 20 years ago. Gotcha.
filming something at Hogan's Beach Shop in Florida last week. Not known if WWE is involved, but Hogan is teasing an October 27th release.
What?
Or update on his
And
website.
yeah, there's even like a big countdown on the page too. Like he's announcing this as some sort of big fucking deal. But the big question is though is that WWE owns the NWA trademark. So if he's gonna be doing all this shit with NWA and promoting it, it's got to be with WWE. Yeah.
This could be just like back in the old days where they're like, we're not Razor and Diesel. We're Scott and Kevin. This is our buddy Terry.
What?
Stike, you said that last night. I'll wait for Kevin to address it, though, but we'll get to it.
All right, Kevin, ready?
Yeah. So, let's see. Asuka, this is just stuff we've already talked about. They're saying that
This is
they
Roderick
could be
Strong. I
added.
approve this message.
She could be added to SummerSlam, making a fatal four-way. Not sure, but there's talk of that.
It's
And
2 weeks. It's 2 weeks away, and she hasn't even been on TV in 2 fucking weeks. No fucking way.
I think she will.
No.
Dave Meltzer comments on the Observer board about the seriousness of Aleister Black's groin injury.
Oh.
Has fans concerned about his availability for next weekend's takeover, but
Well, it's not next week.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks next
Yeah,
weekend.
put some ice on your marbles.
Yeah.
You're right. Which is also leading to talk of Matt Riddle possibly having a bigger role in
I don't-
Takeover's
I heard Mauser saying Matt Riddle got injured. Is that true, Brian?
Not that I've heard.
Not that I've heard.
I've heard.
Ring of Honor title match, all in. That is dirty on the board from Teddy. I don't know if that's true or not, because
What did he
how
say?
Can
What
we sign the
what the main event is?
And Daniel Price says Abyss re-signed a long-term deal with Impact. WWE tried to get him, but he stayed loyal. Hopefully, they're paying him. He does 2 characters now. All they need to do is add 1 more. Yeah, and Stike reports the same thing as you, Kevin. He says officials are considering Riddle for
I
Aleister.
can't see them doing that and just kind of him leapfrogging everybody that's already in NXT right now. I don't know. It'd be cool. It'd be really cool, but
Here's a good point from Berto. Imagine that. Abyss will die with TNA just like Sting died with WCW. Yeah, Sting should have never come back for what happened to him. And
he said he could probably have another match with The Undertaker.
Why? Why? Because they both have walkers? I mean, just make it a Extreme Rules match so they can use their walkers. Let's see. Were you done, Kevin? Flush and wipe, kind of done?
I'm done.
What?
All right, what you got, Brian?
The All In card was released, so I don't know if you've gone through the matches yet, or if you've heard of what's going on over there.
I heard from the board that the Ring of Honor title is going to be defended there.
Yes.
Somebody said that up above.
Well, the NWA title is going to be defended there.
Oh, which Cody will be the first second generation champion of the NWA.
Yes. Yeah.
So
But
that's kind of significant.
the card, they have a over-the-budget battle royal. There was going to be 15 wrestlers. 5 of them that
I
are
love
already
that
announced
name.
is Moose, Rocky Romero, Ethan Page, Jordan Grace. So they're getting the intergender going thing in there.
I love that
and
name,
Colt
by the way.
Cabana. There's going to be a bunch of other names added too. They are also announced, Adam and Kevin too, that they it's going to be broadcast. So you can get it on pay-per-view. You can also get it on the Fight app if you have that, and it's also going to be the first hour is going to be broadcast for free if you have WGN America. I think it's like in the Chicago area.
When I had DirecTV for a while, they had one of the channels was WGN. I remember growing up in New York because I'm from upstate New York. I know you're in the city, but we used to get channel, I think it was 21 or 11, I can't remember, from New York City, just because we could pick that up. Let's see what it says. CM Punk versus Mickey Gall in a wrestler versus MMA match. Berto, I think you're kidding there. I don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if Punk makes an appearance, but this is really smart, Brian, putting it out there for everyone to see.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's sold out without a card, without any hype, and for an indie show, you know WWE always books cards subject to change on all their events, but an indie show can really change.
Yeah, it can, but this is not an indie. I mean, it is an indie show.
This is something they're putting on that's an exclusive event, and I'm surprised it's sold out because I'm saying like the card subject to change.
Right.
You could be like, oh, I want to like I got excited when Ring of Honor came to town because World's Greatest Tag Team was with them, but thankfully they got booked that night on the show. They actually fought Roderick Strong and I can't remember who was Austin Aries in a tag match in the main event, and it was phenomenal. And saw them, up in Concord, Brian. So it's not far from here. The Metrolina place. I don't even think it's still there. It was like a flea market sitting in chairs.
Hey.
Nobody I knew broke them though, so that's a good thing.
Trollberg.
Hey, Trollberg.
What else you got?
Just some of the other names. Chelsea Green versus Madison Rayne versus Britt Baker versus Tessa Blanchard. We already talked about Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes for the NWA Championship. We have Okada versus Marty Scurll. Golden Elite versus Rey Mysterio, Phoenix, and Bandito. Joey Janela versus Hangman Page. Christopher Daniels versus, like we said, Stephen Amell? Stephen Amell. Amell. It's a soft A. And the Briscoe brothers against SoCal Uncensored. So you have all the biggest names of all the indies. I think outside of the Jericho Cruise, I think this is going to be fucking massive.
You just segued for me, Brian. Our speed round. You get to pick, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Money's not an object. It doesn't affect your budget. Let's just say you can afford to do this.
Yeah.
But what do you pick? All In or the Jericho Cruise?
Oh.
You can do one.
Honestly, I've never been on a cruise. I would never want to go on a cruise, but I think if I were to go on one, this would be the one. So
you would be on the
cruise.
markiest out cruise ever.
It would probably smell like shit.
It would be like a Comic-Con for wrestlers on a boat that's 3 days. That's only, so much wrestling overload. It would be tough, but the Jew in me says so much value because I get so much. I'm going to see wrestlers walking around. I'm going to be in it. It's not just one night. It's a weekend. I'd probably do the same thing, but man, All In is tempting. What would you do, Kevin?
I'd do the cruise, and then I'd do Gronk's cruise.
Shut
fuck off.
Teddy says All In would be his choice. Trollberg, I'd rather go All In.
That's
than
a really
be
good
stuck
question.
on a cruise full of Mark's men. Well, I'm not. I wouldn't be looking at it as a singles cruise, so I don't care if it's.
And you look at it. If you go to All In, you're going to be in Chicago. You have, and I've never been to Chicago, but from what I understand is that it's about like 45 minutes outside of like the actual city of Chicago, so it's not all that close.
Like Aurora, like for Wayne's World, outside of the city.
But yeah, Pro Wrestling Tees there too, so you can go there and
John
fuck around.
Hughes' made-up city of Shermer that was somehow in driving distance of Chicago. Justin says Jericho Cruise all the way. Alex Carter says Cruise, Mauser, Kashmir. Kevin, they all say All In. All In hands down for D. Price. Let's see who else. Bang Bus, Alberto says the rest holds a lot more fake than today's wrestling style. Yeah, there are a lot of rest holds that look too fake, I guess. But I don't know. If you do the story right and you have the characters, I think it's fine. Let's see. Moving on. You got anything else on the Dirty Sheets?
No, sir.
Nothing?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Do not type Khabib. He's not going to beat McGregor.
Anyway, Medine's not here. But so
This day in wrestling history.
this day in wrestling history is not going to happen.
You get nothing.
Oh,
you
wow.
lose. Good day, sir.
Medine's not here. I didn't prepare shit. Sorry. What I did give you, though, Brian, I don't know if you heard me earlier.
What's that?
Kevin, you still need that wardrobe change. You can go to collarandelbowbrand.com, get 10% off your purchase with the promo code marked out. Can you spell, Kevin?
No.
It's MARKEDOUT.
What is this? What is this website? Honestly, I don't
It's collarandelbowbrand.com.
It's a wrestling-inspired clothing line that was started up by Al Snow.
Oh shit.
You know who Al Snow is?
Head.
You know?
There you go.
He knows Head.
Yeah, he knows Head.
Head was over for you, but not Al Snow, really. That's
I like
all
Al
that you
Snow.
remember for him.
WrestleMania 2000. I used to play as him.
Stike Leather says SummerSlam should be called Summer Scam. Yeah,
love
if we were still
Trollberg.
paying for it. Are you guys all mad at Kevin for having a hot girlfriend? Trollberg says. I don't know if I'm mad.
Welcome back, Trollberg.
She's definitely a lot cooler than him, so I do question the whole thing. I think she's just Kevin's beard, honestly. If you have people that can chain wrestle, then rest holds are fine, Daniel Price says. I agree. And, Brian, you can attest to this. Mustache Mountain and the rest of the UK brand. More than half what they do is chain wrestling holds.
A lot of chain wrestling, a lot of the joint manipulation, but a lot of it is just slowed down, and they just make a lot of the small stuff just a lot more meaningful. And they're not, you don't have to fly around to wow the crowd and have a good match.
Hey, Double G Gaming actually is going to fill in for this day in wrestling history for Medine.
There we go.
He says a match happened somewhere for some time and had a winner and loser. There you go. Good job. Hey, way more concise than listening to Medine for 10 minutes. I wonder if Al Snow gets mad at himself for his own idea getting more over than him, Daniel Price says. That's a good point about the head. If Mark's like Kevin, that's all they remember about him. I remember Job Squad. I remember Great Wrestling. I loved when Al was working with Mick. That was probably my favorite run of Al Snow.
Yeah.
Just the two of them had a chemistry almost on the level of Cactus and Chainsaw. Of course I'm talking about Terry Funk, Chainsaw Charlie. You know, Brian. Just like Magnus is Nick Aldis.
Oh, fuck.
I'm surprised at you there.
I know. Hey, I had a memory lapse. It happens. Got hit in the head a few times.
Yeah.
Shut up. I don't like it when you play that because you play that every time I talk.
You're playing a lot of sound effects over there, good sir. You're just flaunting your ability to use the computer now that we have it all running.
Collar and elbow.
Collar and elbow.
Collar.
Collar
Here, I'll show
and
you.
elbow
They got some cool
brand.
shit. I just got a bunch of stuff.
Did you spell it wrong on the sheet?
No.
COLOR?
Oh, yeah.
He did, yes.
No, I didn't type that on there. It's collar, like on the shirts you normally wear. And again, you needed a wardrobe change, so save 10% while you do
Like
it.
a little sunset flip action?
Collar and
They
elbow
just released
brand.
some their
In
late
case you're
summer edition.
confused, like Kevin, it's COLLARANDELBOWBRAND.com. Collarandelbowbrand.com. Go save 10% with the marked out promo code, and that code is
Do they have
marked
any good
out.
shirts on there?
They have plenty of good
They got
shirts.
a bunch of cool shit, man.
Do they have
Why do we have to
Tommaso
teach you everything?
Ciampa's shirt?
No, he doesn't have a shirt. Well, he has a shirt, but he's not
He
selling
doesn't
it.
have music.
You're fired.
Kevin, we have to teach you everything. I just want to mute your mic at this point.
You couldn't even get the internet working yesterday.
Last night,
Last night.
you talk like AJ Styles. Minutes and seconds are interchangeable time periods to you.
At least I know how to plug in a router.
Other plugs: Twitter, Marked Out Podcast, at Smart Mark Show, Facebook, Marked Out. Email markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. Our fan line, when it's back up and working, will be 704-444-0084. Sorry, we could kind of hear you, but nothing else. I think somebody tried to reach out from the graves. Kevin's doing OJT marketing. Is that what it is? No, Daniel Price. He's really just freaking confused. I don't know how else.
You guys wrote collar and elbow.
I didn't write shit.
Yeah, quit blaming Brian and throwing him under the bus. Bob Holly, where they fought in the river, was the shit.
Oh, hell
Al
yeah.
Snow's match. That's
St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome match.
Vince should swerve everyone and leave WWE to R-Truth instead of Triple H. That would be great.
Or Hornswoggle.
I've met R-Truth several times. He used to be a regular when I worked retail over off South Boulevard here.
That porn shop?
He was great. No, I don't want to throw him under the bus like that. Fire Kevin, bring Irish back. Hashtags trending for Mauser.
He's too busy deep-throating a stick of Kerrygold.
Hey, Trollberg thinks that Kevin's a face.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened.
Where is Irish?
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Kevin, healer face.
He's going on the heel side.
On my face, Trollberg is awesome. I am too.
You like the fucking Patriots.
I do like sushi.
Case closed. And you think McGregor is going to beat Khabib. No fucking way. Khabib is going to knock him the fuck out.
Khabib has a soft chin, and he hasn't been tested against a guy who has as good boxing and striking as McGregor. His wrestling is good, and he can wear McGregor down, which is probably what he's going to try to do because everybody knows that McGregor can't really last more than 3 rounds. But I think he's going to knock him out.
The fuck are we talking about? Because it didn't sound anything like wrestling, Kevin. Are you taking us off topic?
Oh, is this a Kate and Mallory collection?
Yes.
Oh, very
it's
nice.
a sale and clearance tonight, and there's a 6 value pay going on at 800-474-6762. Final
print.
thoughts, Kevin. Get a new wardrobe. Final thoughts.
Learn how to spell collar. I still don't know.
I am never going to let you do any reads or promotion anymore, but you definitely could use the wardrobe change. What have you got over there?
You're the guy who said someone was a food wrestler.
A food wrestler? That's because the
That was
way
on
he
the board.
typed it on the board. That was Anaconda Vice's fault. I just read it. He didn't spell it wrong. I didn't read it wrong. He just fucking typed it wrong and made the wrong thing. Like Teddy calling your girlfriend Asian.
Look me up on PS4, Kevnola, Kevnola, if you want to play games with me.
And if you want to tweet or talk about the women's division or any of the crap we didn't discuss tonight, you can also go to Twitter at Kevnola. He wants to talk to you about it. He will be live on there as soon as we go off air here. So if you're listening to it on the podcast, unfortunately, you won't be there. Tonight's topic that Kevin's going to be discussing live on Twitter after the show is Natalia's cat. So make sure you check that out. What else you got over there, Kevin? Anything else for your final thoughts? Do you have any? Or what's your excuse going to be while you're not here next week?
I might talk about how to correctly spell collar.
Okay.
Other than that, just going to leave it up to the fans.
Running a dead gimmick into the ground. What do you got over there? No wonder you like Bludgeon Brothers and
Xbox.
Shanti.
My final thought. Hey, if you're on Instagram, give us a follow at Marked Out Wrestling. Send us a message. Whatever. I'm always dicking around on there. We're always adding shit on there. Or
there's some
you can
fun
also,
stuff.
Yeah, you can also go to YouTube and you can also hit that fucking subscribe button and just get you don't have to get all the notifications, but it just helps us out.
All right. Final thought on there. Good week of wrestling. No dropping of the ball, Justin says. It wasn't terrible. I think the bar's been set so low, Justin, that we think it was good. I got the prestigious 3 coins in a Roddy. I can sleep peacefully now. That's from Alex Carter. Final thoughts. Happy to join the show tonight for first time. That's from Mauser. I'll definitely be joining in more often. Also, everyone, check out my page, Squared Circle News on Instagram. Brian will check that out. He's our Instagram guru. Final thought, I'm trying to be more optimistic, but I really hope they don't treat SummerSlam like a glorified Raw. It's not looking good so far, Daniel Price says. It's because they're not building a roster worth of shit. It's going to be 5 hours worth of bleh. Brian, Adam, and compression panties. I guess that's you, Kevin. It says, enjoy your week. Later board, that's from Vice. Final thought, speedy recovery to Rhodey Rob. Final thought for me is Brian make the logo.
Oh, my God.
You don't like that one, Brian?
I thought isn't it our fantasy football league logo, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a fun league. Any of our regulars on the board, you can send your messages to markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. I think we have one opening or something left in the league. Maybe we'll do a lottery of one of our board fans to fill that spot.
That'd be cool.
I know Kevin sucks, and he's back. Irish is going to be in there, and some other regulars. Cashmere is laughing at something. He must be looking at a picture of you, Kevin.
Shut up.
That's your comeback? Shut up.
Cheers, fuckface.
All right. Anyway, tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.